Hidden in the heart of Romania lies a mountain range that's home to Europe's last great wilderness secrets. The Carpathians hold wonders so incredible that most travelers have no idea they exist. We're talking about the continent's largest population of wolves and bears roaming free, waterfalls that freeze into crystal palaces and villages where time stopped 200 years ago. But here's what will make you want to visit immediately. These mountains contain Europe's most pristine forests, underground rivers you can kayak through, and hiking trails that lead to viewpoints so spectacular they'll ruin every other mountain view for you forever. I'm about to reveal 30 hidden gems in the Romanian Carpathians that will completely change your travel bucket list. Let's start with something that will make you question everything you know about European wilderness. The Romanian Carpathians contain over 60% of Europe's remaining primeval forests, ancient woodlands that have never been touched by human hands. Imagine walking through the Retezat National Park, where 500-year-old beech trees tower above you. Their canopies so thick, they create a natural cathedral. The morning mist rolls through these ancient giants, and the only sounds are your footsteps on centuries-old moss and the distant call of wildlife that most Europeans will never see. But here's what makes this absolutely magical. These forests are home to over 6,000 brown bears, making it the densest bear population in Europe. You can actually book guided bear watching tours where experienced guides take you to secret observation points. Picture yourself sitting in complete silence as a massive 300-kilogram brown bear emerges from the forest just meters away from you. The bear watching experience in Romania is unlike anywhere else in the world. Professional guides take you to specially built observation hides where you can watch entire bear families interact. You'll see mothers teaching cubs to forage, massive males marking territory, and witness behaviors that wildlife documentaries spend years trying to capture. The best part? These bears are completely wild and unhabituated, giving you authentic wilderness encounters that are becoming impossible to find elsewhere in Europe. The Carpathians also hide Europe's most spectacular waterfalls. The Bigăr Waterfall, often called the most beautiful waterfall in the world, cascades over moss-covered rocks in a perfect curtain of water. But here's the secret. Visit during winter, and this waterfall transforms into a frozen crystal palace that looks like something from a fairy tale. The Glacial waterfall in the Retezat Mountains drops 90 meters into a pristine glacial valley, creating a thunderous roar that you can hear from kilometers away. The hike to reach it takes you through landscapes that change dramatically with each step, from dense forests filled with wild orchids to barren alpine zones where only the hardiest plants survive. In the Apuseni Mountains, you'll find the underground wonder of Scarishoara Ice Cave, where massive ice formations have been growing for over 3,500 years. You can walk through chambers filled with ice sculptures that dwarf anything humans have ever created. The ice here never melts, creating a frozen underground world that's existed since before the pyramids were built. But the cave system gets even more incredible. The Peștera Vântului, Wind Cave, stretches for over 52 kilometers underground, making it one of Europe's longest cave systems. You can join guided spelunking tours that take you through chambers so large they could fit entire cathedrals. The acoustics in these caves are so perfect that even whispers echo for minutes. The Omu Peak weather station in the Bucegi Mountains records some of the most extreme weather in Europe, with winds reaching 200 kilometers per hour. But on clear days, from this peak you can see across 6 counties and witness sunrises that photographers travel from around the world to capture. The sunrise from Omu Peak is considered one of the top 10 sunrise views in Europe, and standing at 2,005 meters above sea level, you'll literally be above the clouds. The Bucegi Mountains also contain one of Europe's most mysterious natural formations, the Sphinx and Babel Rocks. These massive stone formations, carved by millions of years of wind and weather, create shapes so perfect they look artificially made. Local legends say these rocks have supernatural powers, and whether you believe in that or not, standing among these ancient stone giants is an experience that will give you chills. For the ultimate adrenaline rush, the Carpathians offer via ferrata routes, iron paths bolted into cliff faces that let you climb vertical rock walls safely. The Piatra Craiului via ferrata takes you up limestone cliffs with drops of over 400 meters, offering views that will make your heart race for all the right reasons. The Carpathian glacial lakes are some of Europe's most pristine high-altitude water bodies. Lake Balea, accessible by the famous Transfiguration Road, sits at 2,034 meters elevation and offers crystal-clear waters surrounded by dramatic peaks. In summer, you can kayak on this mountain lake while surrounded by snow-capped peaks. In winter, it freezes solid, creating a natural ice rink at altitude. The Romanian Carpathians offer wildlife encounters that will make African safaris seem ordinary. This is the last place in Europe where you can experience true wilderness with large predators roaming free. Beyond the famous brown bears, these mountains are home to over 2,500 wolves, Europe's largest wolf population. You can join specialized wolf tracking expeditions where expert guides read tracks, analyze scat, and use howling techniques to locate packs. Imagine the thrill of hearing wolf howls echoing through mountain valleys under a starlit sky. These wolf tracking expeditions are unlike anything else in Europe. Professional wildlife biologists take you into the deep wilderness using techniques learned from studying these packs for decades. You'll learn to read the landscape like a wolf, understanding how they move through terrain, where they hunt, and how they communicate across vast distances. The guides use traditional howling techniques to communicate with wolf packs, and when they respond, the sound will send shivers down your spine. The Carpathians are also Europe's stronghold for lynx, with over 1,500 of these elusive cats prowling the forests. Night vision camera traps have captured incredible footage of these ghostly predators, and with patience and expert guides, you might spot one during dawn or dusk wildlife watching sessions. Lynx are incredibly difficult to see in the wild, but the Romanian Carpathians offer your best chance in Europe to witness these magnificent cats in their natural habitat. But here's what makes these mountains truly special for wildlife lovers. You can see chamois, Europe's mountain goats, leaping across impossible cliff faces. The Carpathian chamois have adapted to this specific mountain environment, and watching them navigate vertical rock faces is like witnessing a real-life mountain circus. These sure-footed animals can leap up to 6 meters horizontally and 2 meters vertically, making them one of the most impressive large mammals to observe in action. The red deer population in the Carpathians is the largest in Europe, and during rutting season in September and October, you can hear the haunting calls of stags echoing through the valleys. Guided red deer watching tours take you to areas where massive stags with antlers spanning over a meter gather harems of females. The sight of a 200-kilogram stag in full antler, surrounded by his harem in a mountain meadow at sunrise, is something that will stay with you forever. Wild boar are abundant throughout the Carpathians, and while they're generally shy, you can observe them from safe distances during guided tours. These intelligent animals create complex social structures, and watching a family group with piglets foraging in forest clearings provides fascinating insights into their behavior. The bird watching in these mountains is absolutely world-class. Golden eagles soar above the peaks, with wingspans reaching 2.3 meters, making them one of Europe's most impressive raptors. In the forests, you can spot everything from capercaillie, massive forest grouse that can weigh up to 6 kilograms, to the rare three-toed woodpecker found nowhere else in Romania. The Carpathians are home to over 300 bird species, including several that exist nowhere else in Europe. Blackstorks nest in the remote valleys of the Carpathians, and these magnificent birds are much rarer than their white cousins. Spotting a blackstork is considered one of the ultimate birding achievements in Europe, and the Romanian Carpathians offer some of the best opportunities to see them. For a truly unique experience, you can visit the Liberty Bear Sanctuary near Brașov, where rescued bears live in a natural 69-hectare forest environment. You'll learn about bear conservation while watching these magnificent animals behave naturally in a protected setting. The sanctuary houses over 100 rescued bears, and seeing them play, swim, and interact in a natural forest setting provides incredible insights into bear behavior. The Carpathian Mountains also offer some of Europe's best fishing experiences. The mountain rivers are home to native trout species, that have remained genetically pure for thousands of years. Fly fishing in these crystal-clear mountain streams, surrounded by pristine wilderness, is an experience that will spoil you for fishing anywhere else. The Carpathian trout are considered among the most beautiful freshwater fish in Europe, with vibrant colors and fighting ability that challenges even experienced anglers. During spring and summer, these mountains explode with wildflowers. The alpine meadows become carpets of color, with rare orchids, gentians, and over 1,000 plant species, many found nowhere else on Earth. The sight of entire mountainsides covered in blooming rhododendrons is something that will stay with you forever. The flower displays in places like the Bucegi and Piatra Craiului mountains rival anything you'll see in more famous destinations like the Swiss Alps. The Romanian Carpathians offer adventure experiences that will challenge you and create memories that last a lifetime. These mountains aren't just beautiful. They're an adventure playground that rivals anything in the Alps, but with a fraction of the crowds. Let's start with hiking. The Carpathians contain over 1,000 marked hiking trails, ranging from gentle walks through flower meadows to challenging multi-day treks across mountain ridges. The Omu Peak Trail in the Bucegi Mountains takes you through landscapes that change dramatically with elevation, from dense forests to alpine meadows to rocky peaks that look like they belong on Mars. But here's what makes Carpathian hiking truly special. You can hike for days without seeing another soul. The Retezat Ridge Trail offers a 4-day trek through pristine wilderness where you'll camp beside glacial lakes and wake up to views that stretch to the horizon. These are the kind of mountains where you can truly disconnect from the modern world. The Carpathian Trail Network includes some of Europe's most spectacular long-distance routes. The Carpathian Arc Trail spans over 1,400 kilometers, taking you through the most beautiful parts of the entire mountain range. You can choose to hike sections of this trail, each offering unique landscapes and experiences. The trail passes through traditional villages where you can experience authentic mountain hospitality that hasn't changed in centuries. For rock climbing enthusiasts, the Carpathians offer limestone cliffs that provide some of Europe's best climbing. The Piatra Craiului National Park has over 200 established climbing routes, from beginner-friendly to expert-level challenges. The limestone here is so pure and solid that it's considered some of the best climbing rock in Europe. The climbing in the Carpathians is incredibly diverse. You can start your day with sport climbing on perfectly bolted limestone routes, then move to traditional climbing on massive multi-pitch walls that require technical skills and mental fortitude. The Turnu Peak in Piatra Craiului offers climbing routes up to 400 meters long, providing full-day climbing adventures with spectacular summit views. Winter transforms these mountains into a wonderland for snow sports. The Carpathians receive massive snowfall, creating powder conditions that rival the Alps. But here's the secret. You can ski and snowboard on slopes that are practically empty. The Postavaru Massif near Brașov offers backcountry skiing through virgin forests, where you'll make first tracks all day long. The winter sports opportunities in the Carpathians are incredibly diverse. You can try cross-country skiing on groomed trails that wind through pristine forests, or challenge yourself with ski touring routes that take you to remote mountain huts. The snow conditions are reliable from December through April, and the variety of terrain means you can find everything from gentle slopes, perfect for beginners, to extreme off-piste runs that will challenge expert skiers. The cave systems in these mountains offer spelunking adventures that range from beginner-friendly to extreme. The Peștera Urșuler, Bear's Cave, features stunning underground chambers decorated with formations that look like frozen waterfalls. For the truly adventurous, there are unexplored cave systems where you can be among the first humans to set foot in chambers that have been hidden for millions of years. Advanced cavers can explore the technical cave systems that require rappelling, climbing, and sometimes even diving. The Carpathians contain some of Europe's deepest caves, with systems extending over 500 meters below ground. These expeditions require specialized equipment and training, but they offer the ultimate underground adventure experience. Mountain biking in the Carpathians is absolutely incredible. The network of forest roads and single-track trails offers everything from gentle valley rides to challenging mountain descents. the mountain biking trails in the Carpathians cater to every skill level. Beginners can enjoy gentle rides through valleys filled with traditional villages and pastoral landscapes. Intermediate riders can tackle forest single track that winds through ancient woodlands with occasional wildlife encounters. Expert riders can challenge themselves on technical descents that drop hundreds of meters through rocky terrain that demands perfect bike handling skills. For the ultimate adrenaline rush, paragliding from the Carpathian peaks offers views and thermals that will make you feel like you're flying with the eagles. The Postavaru and Bucegi mountains provide excellent launch sites with reliable wind conditions and breathtaking views of the entire region. Paragliding in the Carpathians offers some of Europe's most spectacular aerial experiences. The thermal conditions are excellent for cross-country flights, and experienced pilots can fly distances of over 100 kilometers using the ridge lift and thermal systems. For beginners, tandem flights with certified instructors provide a safe way to experience the thrill of soaring above these magnificent mountains. The Romanian Carpathians aren't just about natural wonders. They're home to cultural treasures that will transport you back centuries and show you ways of life that have disappeared everywhere else in Europe. Hidden in these mountains are villages where life hasn't changed in 200 years. In Maramureș County, you can visit wooden churches that are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, with spires that soar 80 meters into the sky, all built without a single nail. These churches contain frescoes painted by local artists centuries ago, depicting biblical scenes in a uniquely Romanian style that you won't see anywhere else in the world. But here's what makes these villages truly magical. You can actually stay with local families who still live traditional lifestyles. Imagine waking up in a wooden house that was built in the 1700s, helping milk cows by hand, and eating meals prepared with ingredients grown in the family garden. These aren't tourist attractions. These are real communities where you can experience authentic mountain life. The traditional way of life in these mountain villages is fascinating and authentic. Families still practice crafts that have been passed down through generations: wood carving, wool spinning, traditional weaving, and pottery making. You can learn these skills directly from master craftspeople whose families have been perfecting these techniques for centuries. The experience of spending a week learning traditional Romanian crafts while living with a mountain family will give you a completely different perspective on what constitutes a meaningful life. The Carpathians are also home to the legendary Dacian fortresses, ancient ruins that rival anything in Greece or Rome, but receive a fraction of the visitors. Sarmizegetusa Regia, the ancient Dacian capital, sits on top of a mountain and offers both incredible historical significance and breathtaking mountain views. The Dacian fortress complex includes multiple sites connected by ancient roads that you can still hike today. These fortresses were built with massive stone blocks fitted together with incredible precision, demonstrating engineering skills that rival Roman construction techniques. The astronomical alignments of these structures suggest the Dacians had sophisticated knowledge of celestial movements, making these sites as intellectually fascinating as they are visually impressive. In the Apuseni Mountains, you can explore traditional salt mines that have been worked for over 2,000 years. The Salina Turda salt mine has been transformed into an underground amusement park with an underground lake where you can row boats 120 meters below ground. The air in these salt mines is so pure that people travel from around the world for the health benefits. The salt mining heritage of the Carpathians extends far beyond Turda. You can visit working salt mines where traditional extraction methods are still used, and learn about the crucial role salt played in the development of these mountain communities. The underground environments created by centuries of salt mining have unique acoustics and air quality that create almost otherworldly experiences. The Carpathians are also home to Romania's most spectacular castles and fortresses. While everyone knows about Bran Castle, the real gems are places like Corvin Castle, a Gothic masterpiece that looks like it was designed by a fantasy novelist, and Peleș Castle, a neo-Renaissance palace that rivals Versailles in its opulence. Corvin Castle, also known as Hunyadi Castle, is one of Europe's most impressive Gothic castles, with towers, battlements, and a massive courtyard that transport you directly into medieval times. The castle's interior contains weapons collections, medieval furniture, and artwork that provide incredible insights into how medieval nobility lived. But perhaps the most magical cultural experience is attending traditional festivals in mountain villages. During summer, these communities celebrate with folk music, traditional dances, and local cuisine that has been passed down through generations. The Maramuresh region hosts festivals where you can see traditional crafts like wood carving and weaving being performed by masters who learned from their grandparents. For food lovers, the Carpathians offer culinary experiences that you simply cannot find anywhere else. Mountain restaurants serve dishes like ciorba de burtă, tripe soup, that will challenge your taste buds, mishi, grilled meat rolls, that are Romania's national dish, and suica, plum brandy, that's been distilled in mountain villages for centuries. The traditional smoking and preservation techniques used in these mountains create flavors that are completely unique to this region. Here's what makes the Romanian Carpathians absolutely perfect for your next adventure. They offer world-class experiences at prices that will shock you. We're talking about staying in mountain hotels with spectacular views for less than $50 per night, eating incredible meals for under $10, and experiencing adventures that would cost thousands in the Alps for a fraction of the price. The infrastructure for tourism is excellent but not overdeveloped. You can find luxury spa resorts in places like Predeal and Sinaia, where you can relax in thermal springs after a day of hiking. But you can also choose to stay in traditional mountain huts, where you'll fall asleep to the sounds of the forest and wake up to views that will make you forget about every city you've ever lived in. The best part about visiting the Carpathians is that you can experience multiple types of adventures in a single trip. You can start with bear watching in the morning, go cave exploring in the afternoon, and end the day with traditional folk music and dancing in a mountain village. Few places on Earth offer such diversity of experiences in such a compact area. The weather in the Carpathians is perfect for outdoor activities from May through October, with each season offering different experiences. Spring brings wildflower blooms and active wildlife. Summer offers perfect hiking conditions. Autumn provides spectacular fall colors. And winter transforms the mountains into a snow-covered wonderland, perfect for winter sports. The Romanian Carpathians aren't just Europe's best-kept secret. They're a destination that will change how you think about travel forever. These mountains offer experiences that combine pristine wilderness, incredible wildlife, rich culture, and adventure opportunities that rival anywhere in the world, all at prices that make them accessible to any traveler. Whether you're seeking the thrill of wildlife encounters, the challenge of mountain adventures, the peace of ancient forests, or the richness of traditional culture, the Carpathians deliver experiences that will create memories lasting a lifetime. The only question is, when will you pack your bags and discover why the Romanian Carpathians are about to become Europe's most sought-after destination? Because once travelers discover these secrets, they won't stay secret for long.